All right, guys. So we're going to move on to number 10. Number 10, it tells you that it's tripled here. Okay. So this is where, but for this one, it's the volume of a square pyramid. So the volume formula is going to be volume equals 1/3 base times height. Okay. So for this one, basically, um, again, like you could kind of think about it like the volume of not the area of the base. To find the area of the base, it's just going to be it's of a square, so it's just going to be base times height. Well, we can just make our base and our height 1. So if we do 1 times 1, that's just going to give us 1. So if we make our base and our height 1, 1 times 1, that's going to give us 1. That is the area of our base. And our height, we're just going to make 1 as well. So we're going to make the area of our base 1, and we're also going to make our height 1 as well. Okay? So when we do that, we plug in our volume formula. We're going to say volume equals 1/3 1 times 1. All right? So now for the next part. So we get this, it's just going to be 1/3, okay? For the next part, we're saying that the base edge is tripled. So what's going on is basically we have a pyramid, okay? This is our pyramid, all right? And we said our sides are 1, okay? So our base and our height are 1. Now, what they're telling us here is that the base edge is tripled, okay? So what's happening is all of a sudden these two sides are becoming 3. It's being tripled, okay? So our sides were 1 before. Now when we go to the next figure, these base edges, okay, which is basically just the base, all right? The sides and the base are going to be multiplied by 3. So now they become 3 and 3. So now we have our new pyramid, all right, where the base edges are 3 and 3. So to find that area of the base, it's going to be base times height, which is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. Now, height did not change, so height stays the same. That's all the information we need to know to plug it in the volume formula. So volume equals 1/3 9 times 1, because 1 is our height. Now, when you do this, basically you're doing 9 divided by 3. That's going to give you 3. So, again, this is looking at how many times larger, okay? How many times larger? So we know that's what we're looking for. But like I told you guys before, just put the big number on top, small number on the bottom. So when we do that, we're going to do 3 divided by 1/3. When you do 3 divided by 1/3, make sure you put 1/3 in parentheses in your calculator. Okay, you're going to get 9. So like I said before, are we doing bigger or smaller? Well, it got larger. So it's going to be 9 times larger. That's it, guys. All right. So next one, mixing it up a little bit. How many times smaller is the surface area of a sphere of the radius if the radius is multiplied by 1/2? So for this one, surface area, you got to find the formula. So surface area of a sphere, surface area formula for a sphere is 4 pi r squared. There we go. So for this one, since basically it tells you that we're multiplying it by the factor that's multiplied by is 1/2. Look at the denominator, okay? Look at the denominator. The denominator here is 2, okay? Because it's just a fraction, 1/2. So the denominator is 2. So that's what you want to make your radius, okay? So if you look down here, it's a 4. Guess what? We're going to make the side length there. 4. Okay, so that's where just be aware of that, but that's how we're going to figure out what number to use because we're not going to use 1 anymore. It's just a little bit simpler. You can use 1, doesn't matter, but this way it takes away the fraction. Okay, this is kind of like the surefire way to make sure you don't use fraction, we use simple mental math. So